In this video, we're going to have a look at the Australian dollar and the US dollar. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alrighty then. So let's have a quick look at the US dollar, the Australian dollar. US dollar was up almost 1% again. Well, that's a UUP anyway. It was up 1%. I was talking about that divergence last week as well too, or yesterday as well too. And I was saying that, you know, this divergence is now starting to play out, which actually is a very, very, very bullish sign, by the way, guys. If you go back and look at the indices as well, you notice that that divergence, and it's actually something I missed, by the way. If I go back and have a look at, the divergences, you can see here. Looking at this chart here, look at this here. So if I bring up my trendline tools, you can see here that this market basically made a double bottom. We had this major divergence. You can see how well that worked for the move up. You can see how even here on the S&P 500, what do you actually have? You have this divergence through here, and you can see that was that lower low through there, and then the market actually had a nice move up. Let's actually go through the Russell. Russell, same thing, nice little divergence, and the market moved up. Divergence at support. And the Nasdaq was definitely at that divergence. So the divergence worked really, really well, guys. Bit of a double bottom action, bit of divergence action, especially the divergence above my slow stochastic. So I have two stochastics here, guys. Whenever you get the divergence above it, like you got this here, you got this divergence here, you got the slow going below the fastest stochastic. You get this fastest stochastic here, and you get this slow going down like that. It's actually quite a powerful move, and again, you can see that moving forward here, especially on the S&P and especially the Dow Jones. You can see here that the Dow Jones, the slow stochastic was coming down through here, coming down all through there, and then what did you get? You get this divergence on the fast stochastic. So that's actually quite a strong bullish sign. So you can see that's actually what's happening right now on the UUP US dollar. You're getting a lot of sort of bullishness, just real wham bam, thank you ma'am, out of the woodworks through there, and the market's pushing higher. Now the thing is, guys, again, it's all about flowing with the market. I don't just say I'm bearish on the stocks and the stock market because I think this market's going to go down. No, you flow with the market, right? Every trader, there's a flow with the market. And you guys saw me do that yesterday in yesterday's market update. If you saw my yesterday's market update and I talked about the US dollar, I actually brought up, what did I bring up? I brought up this weekly chart. And I said, look at this weekly chart. This weekly chart for me is indeed showing me that, hey, we are now in bullish territory. And it's something as simple as that, but it's so powerful, guys. Something simple as that is so powerful. And especially when you get something so nice like that, where you get this lower peak, lower peak, lower peak, lower peak, and it's so nicely smooth like this. It's, oh my goodness. And you get this lower trough through here and a lower peak, and suddenly what do you get? You get this, let's actually make that blue. You get this higher peak, which that's obviously different. You get this higher peak, and then suddenly you get this higher trough, and as you can see, it made that higher trough, and now we break past that sort of area of sort of support and resistance, and you can see that that's when the market really took off through there, because it made that, what is this here? This is now a higher trough. The trend's changing, and this is a weekly chart too. So that's the reason why, guys, whenever you're trading, don't just take my word for things. Don't take other people's word for things. Go to the charts. The charts are the king. Not a fundamental, not a talking head on the internet, not me, nothing. Charts are the king. And if you read the markets, these flows, especially this US dollar, you guys saw yesterday that man, my lips are dry. That when the market flows like that, don't take my word for it. Go do your back testing. Go do your back testing, and you tell me what generally happens in the market if we start to get consecutive lower peaks and lower troughs. Then suddenly out of nowhere we get a higher peak and then a higher trough. Tell me what generally happens at that time. I can tell you what happens, because that's one of the most powerful setups that I have. Directional anyway. We get a pretty decent move in the opposite direction. because this here is a trend changer. It's a bit of a bottoming action, and the peaks and troughs are actually showing you what's going on. And you can see what's happened now. Bam, we've actually broken out of that previous peak now. And now we're actually potentially making another higher peak, changing trend in the US dollar. US dollar is actually looking quite strong. I don't care what anyone says out there. I look at the people like Bo Poley and stuff like that, and they say US dollar down. Peter Schiff says US dollar down. I don't agree with them right now. Right now, I don't agree with them. When will I agree with them? Again, I'll be watching the market and seeing where the market goes. And I am bullish right now because that's where the market is. And when will I turn bearish? Very, very, very simple. When the market starts breaking this trough down here, and we start to get some lower peaks, lower troughs, that's when I'm going to start turn bearish. Or we might start to get this sort of action coming down through here. Do you know what I mean? Like you flow with the market. You don't just take other people's opinion, but you flow with the market. Look at the peaks and troughs. And as I was saying on yesterday's video, that hey, we may be getting a bit of a bear flag forming on this chart. We had this sort of strong buyers, these strong sellers getting this weaker buyers, and look at the US dollar, Australian dollar. Australian dollar got hit about 1.6%. That's obviously the FXA here. But this actually got hit, and it looks like it wants a bit more downside as well too. So don't know exactly what's going to happen with the US and Australian dollar, but what's actually happening right now is flowing with the market is definitely working really, really, really well. Flow with the market, guys, because it will show you what's going on. And so just keep flowing with the market, guys. Keep doing that, and just look at those peaks and troughs, because that US dollar chart, guys, this chart just says it all. And if you focus on something as simple as this, guys, I promise you, you'll have a very, very, very successful trading career. So this is, as I said before, focus on something like, what's going on with my charts here? There we go. Bam. Is it going to bring it up? There we go. If you focus on something as simple as this pattern here, looking at the peaks and troughs and flowing with it, especially when you get such a nice pattern, you're going to do very, very, very well for yourself. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.